Well, Sean, this Friday, many of the theaters across Las Vegas are going to be featuring a film. Did you hear me? I said featuring a film in the movie theaters. Audiences have been waiting months, as have been the owners of these theaters, of course.
Yeah.
Now, the topic of this film is so fascinating because I know it's something you identify with very deeply, and that is road rage.
Oh boy, do I ever. Mark Gill is the president and CEO of Salsa Studios, here to tell us about Unhinged, which is finally hitting theaters. This is so cool. I mean, everyone's been showing old, Jaws and hey, we're showing The Sandlot this week. Finally something new. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing very well. It's a week of enormous anticipation and terror all at once.
Yes, this is exactly. Isn't it true on so many levels? Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Unhinged, I saw the preview for this, and it is the juxtaposition. The preview comes off as almost like a 1950s instructional video, and it's got like a little comedy angle, but this movie ain't funny at all. This movie is real. Tell us about Unhinged. This is pretty cool.
Sure. So it's a road rage movie starring Russell Crowe as the man who's lost his job and his marriage has fallen apart, and he's in a lot of pain from a workplace accident. A young woman trying to get her son to school honks at the wrong guy at the wrong time, and he just takes off and goes kind of extra crazy on her. And, on the one hand, you'd say, oh, this is another Hollywood fantasy. But the reality of it is that 82% of Americans have experienced road rage. So I think we relate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Mark, I felt like I was the woman in the movie. I completely related. I mean, and it only takes a few seconds for that anger to escape you, and then, boy, sometimes do you regret it. So yeah, you've touched on an amazing topic. Solstice Films, somewhat of a new company, isn't this true?
We are a brand new company. We're just 18 months old. I've worked for major studios for years, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, et cetera. But about 18 months ago, raised $400 million and started out on our own. And this is our first movie. What could be better than releasing a movie in the middle of a COVID pandemic?
You must have been sitting there saying, 18 months ago, this sounded like a good idea. What the heck have I gotten myself into? But man, the timing could not be more perfect. I know the theater owners have really felt like left in the lurch by some of the theater, some of the movie companies with this whole on-demand, direct-to-consumer thing. And there's something so beautiful about entering a movie theater and seeing something on the big screen and experiencing something new with a whole bunch of people. And this is what you guys are doing for these theater owners. This is the first movie that they're going to be able to show.
That's right. And, there were a number of people who said, I don't want to go first. You guys go first. So we're happy to be the canary in the coal mine for a couple of reasons. One of them is we're the only one, right? It's not, hey, would you like to go to the movies this weekend? It's, do you want to go to the movie?
Yeah, so exactly. Your odds are good. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is, whereas we've all experienced road rage, or nearly all Americans have experienced road rage, we now find ourselves in a situation where we've been, cooped up for 6 months or so, not able to do a lot of the things we like to do. I think we're all a little more on edge, or maybe a little more unhinged. So the idea of being able to go forget all that for a couple hours and get some cathartic, thriller tension going and feel a little better afterwards sounds good to me.
No question. Like JJ's kind of unhinged right now because her neighbors are working on their house next door. I just heard the hammering.
Yeah, Mark, my neighbors have been building a house. It was going to take 3 months, and now we're at like a year and 2 months. But anyhow, I'm fine with it. I'm not feeling tense at all. It's interesting you mentioned that kind of the universality of the rage, because let's talk about rage for a second. Because when I was watching the first few minutes of the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, we're all on edge anyway. Like road rage has been around for a long time, but this sense of being on edge and then letting it go on somebody else is kind of a deeper issue right now. So I don't know if when you were filming this with Russell Crowe, if that was as relevant as it is now.
It was pretty relevant then. It's even more relevant now. It's just amazing how topical it seems and how people are responding to it just like you are, which is, that really hit a nerve for me.
Yeah, we're all one real bad day away from it all going straight to hell. It really is true. What was it like working with Russell Crowe for this? I mean, Russell Crowe getting to play a madman. That's a pretty that's a pretty fun role to play.
It is, and he's never done it before. And so what was kind of a pleasure was watching him do it, because boy, is he capable. Don't honk at the gladiator. He's going to come for you, and it is not going to end well. And you know, he's one of the smartest people I've ever met. He is truly a genius, and obviously creatively and as an actor, he's brilliant. But just sheer like brain power, he is so smart. And you know, everybody warned us it could be very tough, it could be very hard. So what? Lots of movie stars are. It turned out I made 300 movies. This was one of the top 5 experiences I've ever had with an actor. So, you know, you can color me surprised.
He was able to get all his rage out through the character, and then when you say cut, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and
That
it's
is
like
fantastic.
all really smart people just don't want to be lied to or handled. They just want to be told the truth, and they want to be respected. And if you do that, as our mothers taught us to when we were 5, what do you know? It works great.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. I know some people that could probably use that.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it sounds like my co-host's argument quite a few times here. Mark, let's talk about just the movie. So here in Vegas, and I know you know you love our town like we do. You know, your film's going to be at the AMC's. It's going to be the film at the Cinemarks. We even have you at our Las Vegas Drive-In, believe it or not. Also, all our radio cinemas.
Nice.
You know, inevitably, people are going to be entering the movie-going experience in a more safe way, wearing their masks. You know, there'll be new standards, but walking in and smelling that popcorn, I think it's going to be a pretty incredible experience. What theater will you be watching the movie in?
Well, I live in California, and unfortunately, the theaters are shut down in California, so I will not be able to do it.
Drive up to 15, buddy.
I can come to Las Vegas and see the movie, which is, by the way, we've been talking about doing that because what is that, a 5.5 hour drive, maybe, or 4 if you're road raging on somebody?
Enough,
Why not? But what I do love about what the theaters have done is they are not taking it casually. You know, we've seen stories about restaurants just packing people in every foot and a half and so on. They are being really careful, and they're really thorough in terms of how they're thinking about keeping people safe and healthy and wanting to enjoy the experience, because they know once word gets out that it feels comfortable and safe, as it has in Australia and Europe and elsewhere, what do you know? More people come. So they're really, really doing it well. And you know, for those of us who like going to the movie theaters, you don't want to go in any other way than feeling comfortable and getting to relax and be entertained.
No question about it. Well, congratulations on Unhinged. We're looking forward to seeing this drop at movie theaters. And I mean, you're the one.
Great
there can only be one, and you're it.
We are the one, yeah. So we're about to find out if that was a good idea or not. But you know, I'm proud of the movie. I'm really happy we're getting theaters back open. It's a great part of the American experience. So let's go.
All right, let's do it. Congratulations, Mark, on everything. Unhinged opening Friday, August 21st at theaters here in Las Vegas. Go check it out. It is a little crazy, and I think we're all a little crazy right about now.